A pleasant day to all of you. We are the Group 1 and we will report about the biology of tilapia, catfish, and dogfish. The culture method of tilapia, catfish, and dogfish, and last is the trends and advancement of tilapia, catfish, and dogfish in terms of fresh and brackish water. And now, let's start with the biology of tilapia. The name tilapia includes many species of Cichlidae family. Ang tilapia ay madalas na makikita sa Africa and Middle East and can be found mostly sa tropical and subtropical countries for the aquatic control and aquaculture. Ang mga tilapia ay deep body and shape nito is like a perch and mabilis sila lumaki. There are three important genera which are classified as genus Tilapia, genus Saroterdon, and genus Oreochromis. Ang genus Tilapia, or also known as substrate spawner, is kung saan ang both parents ay magbabantay, nagproprotect. They also aerate the brood and help to move the clutch sa iba't ibang nest sites, and halimbawa na lamang nito is ang tilapia zili, and usually their fry survival is mababa. Second is the genus Saroterdon or paternal or biparental, kung saan naman ang both parents ay stay close to each other, then the eggs and fry are put into the oral cavity hanggang sa pwede na ito mailabas. In this stage, the fish is well developed and may high possibility na to survive. The third genera is the genus Oreochromis or the maternal. This is where the female involved in a brood care after spawning, and female tilapia ay iniiwan ang kanyang nest in order to rear her clutch o yung mga fertilized eggs in safety, and their survival is also high. Ang mga halimbawa nito is Oreochromis niloticus, Oreochromis mozambicus, Oreochromis aerus, and Oreochromis spilurus. Ang Oreochromis mozambicus ay scientific name ng Mozambique tilapia. This kind of tilapia have dark color and yung caudal fins nila have no bars. Ang Oreochromis aerus ay scientific name naman ng blue tilapia. So, ang kulay ng body nila is bluish, then yung dorsal and caudal fins nila is may red margins. Ang Oreochromis niloticus naman is a scientific name of Nile tilapia. And ang kulay ng katawan nito is reddish to white. Ang caudal fins ng Nile tilapia ay mayroong prominent bars. And ang dorsal and anal fins naman nila is may white color strips. In terms of spawning naman, ang mga female tilapia is nagre-reproduce na ng eggs once na ready to spawn na. Then kapag okay na ang mga eggs nagkakaroon ng outside fertilization kung saan ay sa labas o sa nest na i-fertilize ang mga eggs. So, ang mga male fishes or tilapia ang gumagawa ng nest, they usually located at the bottom of the pond and may diameter ito na 30 to 60 cm and dapat ka-size ito ng female tilapia. Ang mga eggs ng tilapia ay maghihimsa sa loob ng 5 to 7 days. Then after nito mahimsa, the fry will remain sa mouth ng female tilapia for another 4 to 7 days.
Culture method of tilapia. Sa culture method ng tilapia, we will need to prepare the pond. Sa preparation ng pond, the first thing we need to do is pond drying. Dito aalisin natin yung tubig sa pond. Itong pond drying ay ginagawa upang alisin yung mga dating stock sa pond. Kapag nahibasan na yung pond, patutuyuin ito sa araw mga 7 to 14 days hanggang sa mag-crack yung soil. After pond drying, pond poisoning naman ang gagawin. Pond poisoning ay ginagawa para patayin yung dati ng stock, especially kapag hindi kayang i-drain yung pond. Yung pesticide na ginagamit dito, as much as possible, dapat environmental friendly. Next thing we need to do is to install fine mesh screen. Ini-install natin yung screen with fine mesh para hindi makatakas yung mga similya or tilapia or isda, at para na rin hindi makapasok yung ibang organism like mga predators. Next is pond washing. After 1 to 2 days na paglaso ng pond, pwede na natin itong hugasan sa pamamagitan ng pagpasok at pagpapalabas ng tubig sa fish pond. Ito ay ginagawa upang maalis yung mga toxic chemicals. Next is leveling of pond bottom. Tatanggalin natin yung natitirang mga dumi. Then, patutuyuin muli natin ito sa araw hanggang sa magpitak yung soil. Itong sun drying ay makakatulong upang mawala at mag-evaporate yung mga toxic gases and ammonia. After sun drying, we are going to fill the pond with water. Ang tubig na dapat natin ilagay ay sa pond should be 0.8 to 1 to 5 meters depth. Next is pond liming. Ito yung paglalagay ng acid neutralizing compound. This liming help enhance the effect of fertilization. Ang application rate nito ay 100 gram per square meter or 1,000 kg per hectare. Then, pwede natin itong lagyan ng fertilizer. Makakatulong ang fertilizer para sa growth ng natural food. There are two types of fertilizer, the organic and inorganic fertilizer. Sa organic fertilizer, ang application rate niya ay 1,000 to 2,000 kg per hectare sa old fish pond. While sa new fish pond ay 2,000 to 3,000 kg per hectare. On the other hand, ang application rate ng inorganic fertilizer ay 50 to 100 kg per hectare sa old pond, while 100 kg per hectare sa new pond. Stocking. After 15 days ng paglalagay ng fertilizer, maaari na tayong mag-stock ng tilapia o similya. Bago pakawalan ang similya sa pond, kailangan mo nang i-acclimatize ito for 10 to 15 minutes para ma-adapt ng fish yung temperature at maiwasan yung stress. Ang pag-stock ng similya ay ginagawa early in the morning or late afternoon kung saan hindi mainit ang panahon. Ang dami ng similya ay nakabase sa culture system. Pag extensive, 1 to 3 pieces per square meter. Pag semi-intensive, 4 to 8 pieces. Pag intensive, 8 pieces. Feeding. Ang tilapia from 1 to 3 months ay ang kinakain nila ay natural food like mga plankton na nag-grow sa pamamagitan ng fertilizer. Maaari rin silang bigyan ng supplemental feeding like fry mass, starter, grower, and finisher. Depende sa laki ng isda. Water quality monitoring. We also need to monitor the water quality kasi kung poor yung water quality, maaring hindi lumaki ng maayos yung isda. Record keeping. Kailangan i-record natin yung mga activity sa pond, yung pagbabahog, paglalagay ng fertilizer, and other important factors para malaman natin kung successful ba yung pag-aalaga, kung nalulugi or kumikita.
And now, I will discuss the trends and advancement of tilapia fish in freshwater or brackish water. Noong 1950, ang Mozambique tilapia or Euchromis mozambicus was introduced as a freshwater food fish for culture in the ponds escape into natural waters and then establish it to estuaries. Na-discover din na ang Mozambique tilapia or Euchromis mozambicus is most to be a salt tolerant while the Euchromis mozambicus X or Euchromis Niloticus, which is belong to hybrid tilapia, had the best growth and production.
In both marine and freshwater environments, the catfish is the most common fish associated with human injuries. Marine catfish cause injuries to serrated, bony sting organs located on the anterior, dorsal, and pectoral fins and covered by an integumentary shell with glandular venomous tissue. Freshwater catfish are scleropurm fish found in rivers and lakes. There are several venomous genera, including Pemelodus and Pemelodilla in South America and Ectalurus and Notarus in North America. Amateur and professional fishers are the primary population at danger. The envenomation process is similar to that of marine catfish. Intense pain, blanching at the puncture site, lethargy, vomiting, and potential local skin necrosis are all symptoms that patients experience. Although the envenomation is generally modest, it can cause major problems such as stinger fragments breaking and remaining in the body, severe bacterial infections. According to Bruton 1996, to enable to benthic feeding, most catfish have a cylindrical body with a flattened ventral. Catfish get their name from the whisker-like barbels on their snout, either side of their mouth and on their chin. The dorsal and pectoral fins of most catfish have leading spines. Catfish lack scales which distinguish them from the rest of the talus fish family.
Good day everyone, I'm Emily De Los Santos and we will discuss the biology of dojo fish. The pond loach belongs to the Cupididae family of Asia as well as Europe, America, and Australia as aquarium fish. Various Cupididae share the variant name weather loach, including other species of the genus Mycinorus and the spotted weather loach, also known as pine loach. This word refers to their ability to detect changes in barometric pressure and react by swimming frantically or standing for long periods of time. This is because barometric pressure changes before a storm, which is known to make these fish more active. Pond loaches are available in a variety of colors including pink, orange, albino, and gray. Whether the loach fish is omnivorous or their diet consists of insects, larvae, small crustaceans, and other small animals. You can feed the fish artificial food that sinks to the bottom of the tank. However, frozen or live foods such as dapnia, bloodworm, and worms should be included in the diet. And now, we will discuss about the culture of catfish. Catfish have eclipsed tilapia in worldwide aquaculture production, and they seem poised to maintain their position, aided in part by the sheer number of species in their wide geographic distribution. Despite the fact that carps are still the most farmed group of fish worldwide, catfishes have surpassed tilapia to occupy the number 2 rank in recent years according to the FAO. However, to different people in different regions, the phrase catfish might mean different things because there are so many different species. This is understandable. According to taxonomies, there are over 3,000 recognized species of catfish, with more being discovered and categorized every year. They are members of the Sailorforms group and can be found on all continents except Antarctica. A catfish is one of every 10 fish species and one of every 20 vertebrate species, according to the legend. The Integrated Taxonomic Information System of the United States recognized 36 families of sailorform fishes, and what makes a catfish has less to do with its whiskers and more to do with its school and swim bladder. While there are thousands of catfish species and hundreds of potential aquaculture possibilities, this essay will concentrate on a few that account for the majority of global harvest.
Aquaculture industry involves culture of many fish species of either fresh or brackish water origin, and among the important freshwater fish species is North American catfish, which is also called African catfish, Clarias garipinus. Its production is increasing as the total aquaculture production globally, with Nigeria officially reported as producing the highest annual amount of the fish. There is a substantial culture of the fish in Malaysia, though not a native fish species, but its presence in Malaysia is getting closer to over 3 decades, and for almost a decade now. It has been the highest finfish produced in either fresh or brackish water aquaculture in Malaysia. This review discussed African catfish aquaculture in Malaysia and Nigeria, compared the production and prospects of the industry in the two countries. The future of African catfish aquaculture in the two countries tends to be great, considering available resources in terms of land and water, and the tendency of increasing population with a consequent increase in demand for fish. African catfish being the dominant fish culture at the moment, and with a lot of favorable attributes, may experience an increase in production to meet up with the increased fish demands.
Dojo, or the pond launch, was firstly introduced in the Philippines in Trinidad River and Mountain Province. This species is popularly called yo-yo in Ifugao. It has become notably abundant after the Japanese occupation, for which reason it has also come to be known as Japanese fish. Dojo has since become a major source of fish protein in the region, particularly in many areas beyond the reach of fresh fish from the coast. This freshwater demersal species prefer muddy substrate, still water, a subtropical climate, and seems to be omnivores. It has no surprise, therefore, dojo fish has found in an ideal home in rice terraces of the Cordilleras, and has been practically a carefree aquaculture species, well integrated with the organic farming practice in the region over several decades.